Hello, fellow Econauts, and welcome back to our show. I'm here with my brother Ben, the Rocket Man. Hey, Ben, how are you?
Hey Simon, how's it going? Hey fellow Econauts. What is the topic today?
The topic today is the Ariane 6. Can you share some details about the Ariane 6?
The Ariane 6, obviously, the number 6 indicates that is the sixth generation of Ariane rockets developed by Ariane Group. It's a heavy launch vehicle developed for the European Space Agency and designed to launch from the launch site in French Guiana, which is the heavy launch site for the European Space Agency, just about 5 degrees inclination from the equator. The Ariane 6 is here to bring payload into orbit for the European Space Agency, for Europe, for commercial and also for scientific missions. And no, it's a long developed or long standing development of the European Space Agency, the whole Ariane rocket design. The interesting part of the Ariane 6 is its modularity. So it can be set up in different ways to suit different missions for different customers.
And what are the capabilities of the Ariane 6?
And because of its modularity, it can be set up for single launch missions, meaning for example, one payload, one satellite. It can also be set up for multi-launch, meaning multi satellites, also like CubeSats and constellations for low Earth orbit. But it also has the capability to actually leave our Earth orbit and go into, from geo even into lunar orbit and even to Mars. So the capabilities of this rocket is it can deliver payload to Mars, which is also one of its intended design features, because there's one European Space Agency mission to go to Mars, and that's why the Ariane 6 has been designed this way. It is, compared to its competitors, not reusable. In 2014, when the Ariane 6 design was sort of set in stone, there was at that time was sort of a choice to be made if the next generation should be reusable or not. And the European Space Agency at that time decided that they want to go with a expendable rocket. And that's why the Ariane 6 is expendable. However, the European Space Agency believes that they will be able to launch 11 times per year with this model in different configurations, obviously, and still will be price competitive to commercial competitors.
Well, you already started talking a little bit about the impact of the Ariane 6, but maybe you can give us a couple more pointers. You mentioned that it is modular. You mentioned that it's going to Mars as well, which is like, I think, a very, very important factor for the European Space Agency. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I mean, you mentioned it already, and I think I also mentioned it in the past, how important it is to make access to space more available and also more affordable for customers, be it private or public sectors or defense sectors. The Ariane 6 is capable to address a wide range of missions, from bringing payload to low Earth orbit to up to Mars. And obviously, Mars becomes more and more interesting. The European Space Agency also wants to bring missions to Mars and back. So this is very important that you can also bring back samples to actually investigate that. And therefore, I think the Ariane 6 is definitely a step in the right direction. Another interesting fact, and obviously I have a very strong interest in spaceports, is the fact that the Ariane 6, the European Space Agency vehicle, launches from a site not in Europe, technically not in Europe. It is sitting in French Guiana, which is in South America. So it's completely far away from Europe. And I think it also showcases the need for more heavy launch spaceports in general.
It
and also
also,
the capability.
if I may inject here, I think it also shows something that you have mentioned in the past as well, that there are not many places actually available on our planet
Exactly.
where we
Yeah.
can actually do, um, give agencies the ability to do heavy launch, right? So I think
That's
it's a
correct.
very important factor here to mention that.
Absolutely. In within Europe, there is no site that could launch such a vehicle, um, and that's sheer of the mere of the fact that we have no equatorial site in Europe. However, Europe wants access to space also with heavy launch vehicles. At the same time, the Ariane 6 is developed also to to serve customers, and also because of the competition, they need to be price competitive. Otherwise, the whole program cannot work. And I think we can argue if not using a reusable rocket was the right choice or not. But fact is that the European Space Agency still believes in this mission, in this whole concept design. And I think the step into modularity is definitely the right way to do it. And also, I believe the next generation of Ariane, in maybe 10 years, will certainly be reusable at that stage, because now most of the space industry competitors, they understand that this is important to get the price even further down. I think the price tag for an Ariane 6 launch currently is about $90 million, around $90 million, compared to Ariane 5, which was $119. And the Falcon 9, which is semi-reusable, is about $67 million, as stated on the website of SpaceX, if I remember correctly. But nevertheless, all these prices, they are in the same order of magnitude, and therefore they can all compete with the launch cost, and therefore make space more accessible, make it more viable. Also, given the fact that they want to launch up to 11 times per year, shows that there is a need to send payload into space.
And it is not only that we need to have like some cubes going up into space to find samples, but also, as we mentioned many times, satellites are one big thing. Like we have like satellites that we need to communicate, to have like our entertainment broadcast around the globe, and also for the internet, which you mentioned a couple times as well. There are certain places on this planet where it is much easier to connect to a satellite than just putting some cable into the ground, which is not feasible. And I think we have mentioned a lot of times how important it is to get into space, and the more
Yes,
agencies are capable of doing so, I think competition helps to
absolutely.
lower the price, and also helps other sectors to actually access space.
Very important in the moment is also constellations in low Earth orbit, not only for internet access, but also for remote sensing. There's, a lot of people are interested in the climate change. A lot of people are interested in monitoring harbors and mine sites and stockpiles and bushfires, especially here in Australia. That's a very big thing, obviously, to
Yeah,
to
here in
take
Canada
note.
too,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah,
So, and you have just a better view from there. Let's put it this way.
absolutely. Well, I think we ended for today. It was very nice talking to you as always.
Likewise.
If you like this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Also, we have already a number of other episodes, and we would like to invite you to watch them.
All right. I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.